For most of its history, the United States has used tariffs as a central tool of economic policy. A tariff is a tax placed on imported goods, designed either to raise government revenue or to protect domestic industries from foreign competition. In the early years of the United States, tariffs were the primary source of federal income, long before income taxes existed. Over time, as global trade expanded and international agreements reduced trade barriers, average U.S. tariff rates steadily declined. By the early 21st century, the United States was considered one of the world's relatively low tariff economies, with average import duties hovering around 2 to 3%. However, this average hides major differences across countries, industries, and political periods. To understand how much tariff the United States charges other countries, it is important to separate overall averages from targeted tariffs. Most consumer goods entering the United States from friendly trading partners face low duties, often under 5%. Many products move almost tariff-free under global trade rules established by the World Trade Organization and through bilateral trade agreements. However, tariffs rise sharply when the United States identifies strategic industries, trade imbalances, or national security concerns. In these cases, tariffs become a tool of pressure rather than simple taxation. China provides the clearest example of how U.S. tariffs can escalate. Before 2018, most Chinese goods entering the United States faced relatively modest tariffs, similar to those applied to other trading partners. This changed during the U.S.-China trade war, when the United States imposed tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Chinese imports. Many of these tariffs ranged from 15 to 25%, with some product categories facing even higher combined duties. These tariffs targeted electronics, machinery, industrial components, and consumer goods. While some temporary exemptions were granted, a significant portion of these tariffs remains in place today, making China one of the most heavily tariffed major trading partners of the United States. Trade between the United States and the European Union follows a different pattern. Average tariffs between the two economies are generally low, often below 5% for most industrial goods. However, disputes over aircraft subsidies, agriculture, and metals have periodically led to higher tariffs. In recent years, U.S. tariffs of up to 25% were imposed on European steel, along with 10% on aluminum, citing national security concerns. Certain European products such as luxury goods, wine, and specialty foods have also faced higher tariffs during trade disputes, though many of these measures have since been reduced or suspended through negotiations. For developing economies such as India, U.S. tariff rates vary widely by sector. On average, many Indian exports to the United States face tariffs between 5 and 10%. Pharmaceuticals, information technology services, and some textiles often benefit from lower rates, while agricultural products, steel, and manufactured goods may face higher duties depending on U.S. trade policy and regulatory classifications. Unlike China, India has not been subject to broad punitive tariffs, but targeted duties still play a role in shaping bilateral trade. Tariffs on automobiles and automotive parts reveal another important dimension of U.S. trade policy. Passenger cars imported into the United States typically face tariffs of around 2.5%, while imported trucks are taxed at a much higher rate, historically around 25%. This disparity has existed for decades and has significantly shaped the global auto industry, influencing where manufacturers build factories and assemble vehicles. These long-standing tariffs demonstrate how even stable trade rules can have lasting economic consequences. Agricultural tariffs show how flexible and political U.S. trade policy can be. Many agricultural products enter the United States at low or zero tariff rates under normal conditions. However, during trade disputes, Agricultural tariffs are often raised quickly as a form of retaliation or leverage. These shifts can affect farmers, exporters, and global food prices in a short period of time, even when the tariffs are later reversed. Although in total, the United States collects tens of billions of dollars each year from tariffs, with revenue fluctuating depending on trade policy decisions and global economic conditions. While the average tariff rate remains relatively low compared to historical levels, targeted tariffs on specific countries and industries reveal how powerful this tool can be. Tariffs allow the United States to influence global trade without military force, shaping economic relationships through taxation rather than confrontation. In the modern world, tariffs are no longer just economic instruments. They are signals of political intent, tools of negotiation, and reminders that global trade is shaped as much by strategy as by markets. Understanding how much tariff the United States charges other countries is not just about percentages and revenue, but about how economic power is used in an interconnected world. In today's interconnected world, tariffs are no longer just taxes on imports. They are tools of influence used to protect industries, reshape supply chains, and signal political intent. While the United States maintains relatively low average tariff rates, its targeted tariffs on key countries and industries show how economic power is exercised without force. The cost of these tariffs rarely stops at the border. It moves through companies, markets, and ultimately into everyday prices paid by consumers. As global trade continues to evolve, tariffs remain one of them. Tariffs are rarely seen, yet they quietly shape prices, jobs, and global relationships every day. They operate behind headlines and speeches, influencing economies without a single shot being fired. As trade tensions rise and policies shift, the real question becomes how often these invisible decisions affect your life without you noticing. If you want to understand the forces shaping the modern world beyond the surface, subscribe to Battle IQ, where we break down global power, economics, and strategy with clarity and context. And let us know in the comments, what topic should we decode next?